Hi there. Thanks for joining me for a little word. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and we're up to verse 16. This is what Paul says. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yes, woe is me if I preach not the gospel. Preaching the gospel to Paul wasn't a good idea, and it wasn't a job from God. It was a burden placed upon him from God, as prophesied by Ananias when he first saw the light on the road to Damascus. You know, if you have a real call to ministry on your life, it's a burden, and it should motivate you, to drive you to be hard-working, diligent, passionate about the life you're leading, if you've been called to the ministry, that is. And this will take you through the hard times that will surely come to anyone in the true ministry. I've got an example. There's many in the Bible, but let me quote Jeremiah. Jeremiah, because of the opposition and the persecution, and it was severe. He'd been put in a pit, he'd been criticised, God had put great burdens on him. And he said, I'll no longer prophesy. Well, the burden was so great, he said it was like a fire in my belly. Jeremiah 29. Then I said, I'll not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. I won't prophesy. But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. And I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. It was weary of having this fire and doing nothing about it. It was weary of stopping it coming out. So he carried on his life of persecution, because it was not a job, it was a burden. Let me ask you, have you ever thought why the prophet said the burden of the Lord? Many of them said the burden of the Lord. Well, God doesn't have burdens. It's not a burden of the Lord. It's the burden of the men who have to expose the sins of God's people. When they said the burden of the Lord, it was upon them. And God's people invariably reject it and persecute the one who brings the message from God. So that's a tough thing to be in the ministry. You've got to be tenacious, you've got to have perseverance, you've got to have stamina, you've got to have motive because of the burden. The burden will help you. A fire in your belly. Carry on in the ministry. Well, I'll finish this blog with the verse I started with, 1 Corinthians 9 verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yes, woe is me, if I preach not the gospel. Well, I'm a busy man, I'm going now. Lots to do. See you in the plan.